The Boys and Girls Club of Kingston recently unveiled their impressive new STEM and Robotics Center in December 2024. With over $500,000 worth of cutting-edge equipment, it is a place where young people can explore, create, and develop technical and professional skills that will set them up for success in an ever-changing world. Whether they're building robots or designing new projects, this center is all about hands-on learning and innovation.
The Kingston Robotics Lab was started by an entrepreneur within the region, Niall O'Driscoll. He was really passionate about robotics. He had a daughter who was on a FIRST Robotics, a competitive high school team. And so he invested a lot of money in a full-size competitive robotics playing field, a machine shop with all the equipment. So he was only reaching about 20 to 30 kids a year. And his daughter was also aging out of high school and he was looking to retire. And so he really saw the opportunity to reach a lot more kids if he donated it to BGC, and also really saw the potential of moving all the equipment in the facility to our main West End community site, so that there could be a lot of exposure to the other kids and youth that are in the space, so that they could do swimming, sports, but also do a lot of the educational programs all in one site. And so we're really fortunate now to have the space that we call the STEM and Robotics Center. It's one of the largest youth STEM hubs in Canada.
Robotics is an ideal hands-on application of STEM education, allowing students to actively engage with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics concepts simultaneously. This fosters innovation while making STEM education more accessible to the Kingston community.
We have a lot of different programs that we try and offer. We really just try and listen to the community and what they're looking for. Right now, that seems to be a lot of robotics, so it's a lot of hands-on building, seeing results, seeing things move, seeing things fly pretty fast. And then we also have science and engineering focused, so maybe a little bit lateral to the robotics, but that's where we're doing the chemistry and we're doing the physics and we're making direct connections to the Ontario curriculum to try and make sure that we're getting kids ahead of where they currently are and trying to guide them into the future, and we can predict what they might struggle with and what they might learn, so we can try and, I guess, speed things up for them and make it more accessible. So we have, as the staff, as the educators, the engineers, we have an idea of what we might want to bring for that session, but then it's really about listening to that feedback right away from all the different students, the children, the youth, and saying, what do you want to learn next time? What is it that you want, even in terms of an entire program? And then we can go and put those things together and make things happen.
For decades, the Boys and Girls Club of Kingston has been making things happen, ensuring every child has the opportunity to thrive. With a strong focus on inclusivity, they ensure that children and youth from all backgrounds have access to enriching experiences.
There's so many just like life skills that we think that the program builds. So, they're working on communication, they're working on teamwork, they're working on project management. And it's really funny because the robotics teams, they call themselves like they're a sport team, really, for kids that don't really like sports. So, it's an opportunity for kids to have friends, to do things with people in common, maybe if they're not that into physical activity as much. So it's really cool to give kids the opportunity to, in BGC, they have a chance to do whatever they want. There's a place for everybody here.
One of the biggest challenges I think we face is the stigma or the connotations that STEM and robotics is only a thing that nerds might go to, right? And that's the word that we're trying to sort of move aside here. So what we're trying to promote is that, yes, it's STEM, yes, it's robotics, but it's really just an application of any different facet of life. So, for example, people who like working out or like playing basketball, we want them to come in here and let's build a little gadget that can test the curvature of your throw. And let's see the velocity of your passes or whatever it is, and trying to connect that STEM robotics is really just an application of technology as we see it right now, and engineering and entrepreneurship and innovation into all these different elements of life, whether it is creatively or whether it's athletically or whatever. We want them all to feel like this is a place that you can go to, regardless of what your background and passions are. We think they can blend well with what we have here.
As technology continues to evolve, programs at the STEM and Robotics Center are ensuring that young people are equipped with the tools and knowledge they need. These students are not just learning how to build robots, they're building their futures.
We're trying to really supplement of what the schools can offer. Maybe, the kids are homeschooled And it's really hard to have these technologies. These technologies are expensive. And so the kids to be able to have the opportunity to come here and use all these different equipments and technologies and facilities is really, really interesting. And, there's so many stats out there. Kids that are exposed to STEM early on they're 3 times more likely to pursue STEM later on. So we want to just be able to expose that to them, that it is a possible pathway that they can pursue. The reason why we really wanted this opportunity was because we see these demands in the community, not only in Kingston, but in Canada, we need to expand literacy and STEM. Our labor market really needs it, and we want to equip kids with, skills that they can use for the rest of their lives.
For WPBS Weekly, I'm Gail Paquette.